Hey guys, SmartNinja000 here. Today we're back with another Minecraft video, and since the snapshot came out, we are actually going to be working on Piston Wars. If you don't know what this is, it's a series where I make a minigame for which eventually I will try and get it posted on the realms. Now we are actually in the most recent snapshot, 17W46A, and we are going to be attempting to start on the command blocks. Now, today's video, we are going to see, you can see I did a lot off camera. Ignore that the gravel, I messed something up when I was trying to build this. So, today's video we are actually going to be working on the command blocks, and our first goal is to start and finish the kits. So those kits are going to be the archer kit, which will have a bow, an infinity bow, and a wooden pickaxe, which will be able to break the blocks. We will not actually get the pickaxes set up until later on because every kit's going to have a pickaxe. So an infinity bow and an arrow. And some armor. The knight kit, which is a wooden sword and a shield. And lastly, the axeman, which is a wooden axe. So, very basic stuff. The kits are sort of just, and of course they'll all come with armor. Actually, you know what? Maybe stone sword, archer gets a wood sword, and stone axe. That's how we'll do it. Okay. I think that's pretty cool. We will add a few more kits in the future, so let's get into it. Okay, so we have two options of how we could do this. We could either do this, so you get chests that spawn over you, and they break. Because tile drops are going to be off, because I don't want to have to do a replace command, replacing every block. So it can be, because you'll be in adventure mode, so that's the way it will work. And then it's a very unique game. It will make a lot more sense when we actually get started. So instead, we're not actually going to do that because other players could get your stuff. So we are going to be using the replace item command. So replace item entity, that's what it will be. Then we'll do, so we will first need to make a scoreboard. Scoreboard objectives add kit, and this will be a dummy objective. Now what kit is going to do is you will choose a number 1 through 4. We may add, 1 through X. And you will have to choose a kit. So if you're now we'll just set my scoreboard players set SmartNinja 000 kit to 1. Now if we execute as, remember this is the new update, add a score underscore kit equals 1. Now this is the new one. Wait, is that not right? Okay, so this is bad. I have no idea how you do it. We could always do execute. What is it? I'm trying to think how we could do this. This is not going good, guys. Here it is. Here it is. We got it. We got it. Nope. It's scores equal and then MBT. So that's how we do it. That's how we do it, guys. This is how we do it. So this is it. Very strange format. What is nice about this is we can do 1 to 2. So that's the way that works. Or 1 plus or less than 1. That's the way that works. So that's great. Okay, we have that figured out. So we are going to need to get ourselves a command block. Okay. And we are going to just, for now, we're just going to build it down here, I guess. Don't worry, all this will be nice. So first thing we're going to want to do is, okay, so we want to replace item. We're going to do this here and then carry it over. Entity add a scores equal kit equal 1. Alright, I'm going to replace slot dot, is it, no, it's not main hand, slot dot hotbar dot 0. Is that it? No, it's not.
Okay, so they got rid of it, so apparently it's like this. So hotbar dot 0, that's the way it works. Now we want this, the first kit is going to be, no, we need stone sword. Now we're not going to, we're going to give it a little bit of MBT. We want it unbreakable, and we want it to have a custom name. And this name will be we'll call this a fighter. So fighter's sword. Now we are just going to copy this. Wait, no. We need to replace this with the add a scores equal bracket, and this is kit equal 1. And we are going to copy this command, put it into the command block. Now you just have to put a space if that's the button doesn't show up. I have no idea why that is, but now if we press this, should, because we're kit 1, give us a stone sword, and it did with fighter's sword. It is unbreakable. Now that's working perfectly. Now wait, yeah, okay, so that's great. Now we're actually going to give it an enchantment, but we don't want the enchantment to show up. We don't want to actually give it an actual enchantment value. So if we click this, that didn't do it. Let's try this. I think that's how you do the fake enchantments. Yep, so now we have an that's not good. So now we need to do ID. 100 is not an ID, so that should give us a fake enchanted. Perfect. It is fake enchanted. And it's not too bad. Okay, so we are also going to want to give them a, we're going to make this, we're going to want to give them a shield. Now we don't want an enchantment or a custom name, so we can just get rid of that. We also are going to have to change it to, I believe it is weapon dot offhand. Now let's try this. Well, we got a sword in the offhand, so that worked, but we just forgot to change it to shield. So the shield is actually just shield. Okay. So we're just going to change this to shield. Now we have a sword in our offhand, a shield in our main hand. Now the reason it's, now I should probably said this before I started on the classes. When I'm thinking about this is I want every class to sort of have a counter for the other class. So we might actually only stick to 3. So the archer has arrows, so they can easily just snipe someone from far. But the swordsman has a shield, so they can just block those arrows, then kill the archer. But since they have a shield, obviously the axe puts the shield on the cooldown, so that shield is now not worth it. And then of course the archer can kill the axeman. We might make a builder kit or something that gives you some good start off supplies, so you can buy whatever you want and then just has some basic armor. But I don't know how we're going to do that yet. So okay, so we have this kit sort of set up. Now we're just going to need to think, how could we balance the armor? So what I'm thinking is, what is this, the warrior, the fighter? The fighter should have a bit of chainmail armor. Now how many does this actually give you? Oh, darn it. So it gives you a little bit less than half, and you know what? I'm going to real quick just create a simple contraption so we can easily swap game modes. Okay, I just changed my mind because I realized instead of making it swap game modes, we could actually use the carrot on a stick for a cool ability. Because every single time you click this carrot on a stick, it actually does keep score of that, so we can have a right-click detection. So maybe it could, I don't know, it could be a special wand that launches you into the air, or depending on what hand you put it in, it has a different effect. I don't know. We're gonna, and then of course cooldown. Yeah. So anyways, so we have that. So I think, yeah, I think yeah, I think what's this called? The fighter will get chainmail, leggings, and chainmail. Alright, so we're actually going to copy this command, and we are going to make this, I believe it is armor dot
what is it? Armor dot chest. Let's try that. Backslash replace place item entity add a armor dot, let's see, dot, yeah, it's chest. Okay. So armor dot chest, and we do not want to give them a shield. We want to give them a, I think it's chainmail chest plate, and we just want this unbreakable. We don't want to give it any enchantment look. Just the sword gets. And you know what? I'm changing my mind. I think that we should not make the sword enchanted. So why don't we just get rid of this? And the wood sword can actually have a sharpness enchantment. Wait, I want to make sure. Sharpness 1 wood sword does less damage than... I forgot sharpness 1. Here's a cool little tip. If you just search up the enchantment, you can get all the books for it. This does 5. They are the same. Maybe not sharpness 1. Maybe knockback 1, actually. You know, that's not too bad of an idea, because when you think about it, the archer would knock him back, then just hit him a bit. I don't know, knockback's kind of OP. What's the other? Fire aspect, no way. Sweeping edge, that's garbage. I don't know. We'll just... yeah. Now, we also have a different option. We could also make it so you cannot buy armor, and they are permanent. You know, I like that idea. Permanent armor? What do you think? Yeah, permanent armor is not a bad idea. You can't take off your armor, but you upgrade it, and it's permanent. Okay, okay. I like that idea. That is a good idea. Okay, so we have the command set up. Let's just move those out of our inventory. Let's see if this works. Yep. Unbreakable, 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 unbreakable. Now I actually want to get rid of the unbreakable, so why don't we just find out what tag that is, because I don't know. Okay, so it is hide flags 4. So hide flags semicolon 4. And we are actually just going to copy and paste this in all of them. So this means we will not be able to see the little tag. So now if we just replace our stuff, you will see it just says plus armor, and they are still unbreakable, but we do not see that they are unbreakable. Now actually I'm looking at this and I don't really like the way it says fighter sword, so I think I'm going to remove that. So why don't we just take this out? Alright, let's retry this. Yeah, I think that works a little bit better. It's slanted and I don't really like that. And we could always just like use an external editor, but I think it's cooler with it not. You know what? Maybe we will use an external editor just to make it like gray. I don't know. We'll have to see how this goes. So it's working pretty nicely now. Now I'm looking at this and I'm just thinking, what was I just saying? Oh, yeah. Now you might be asking, game rules are kind of broken in this update, so yeah. All of them are, so that's why I'm not doing that. That's what I was thinking. Okay. So we have the first kit done. Okay, so now for the next step, it's going to be really easy actually. What we're going to do is we're just going to copy the majority of these commands over and just place them right here. Now, you know what? Actually, we're going to put them right here. It'll be a nice long command chain. We may end up moving this, but it could also be connected wirelessly using command block. So now what we need to do, the first step is going to be to change all these kit equal 1 to kit 2. So that way, don't accidentally get the archer kit, which is the kit we are next going to make instead. So that's our first step. Okay, great. Okay, now this is the armor value you're going to get. You're going to get slightly less. It's, how much is it? It's, oh wow. So it's not too bad. Now remember, you will be able to get permanent armor in this game, so it's not that big of a deal. And you know what? I'm thinking about this now. And how are we going to... Should permanent armor be the full armor, or should we even have armor?
Okay, so I thought about it for a bit, and what we're going to do is we are actually going to make it so you, thinking. So, your helmet, when you upgrade your armor, it's going to change to these two. So, your start off armor is going to be, this is tricky. Because what I want is, should armor be purchasable? Okay, better idea. Armor is not going to be permanent. That's what we'll do. Okay, so armor is not permanent, which means that when you... Okay. I don't know where that's from. So, which means when you die, you lose it, and then you just get your start off kit again. Okay, I like this. I like where this is going. Okay, so what we need to do now is we need to adjust this. Now, I added an extra command block to this where the next kit switches over. Now, they are going to get a wooden sword in their hotbar. Then the next, they're going to actually get in their offhand, I want to give them their bow. And we're going to actually give it infinity. So, enchant this infinity, if I am not incorrect, is ID 51. I'm going to make it level 10, just so it's cool X. Next, we are going to give them leather gear. Or, you know what? Should it be an infinity bow? Or should it be... It's not an infinity bow, but they get arrows. Naturally. Huh. I think I like the idea of arrows naturally more. And then you have a... yeah. Okay. So, let's... Just real quick. Scoreboard. Players. Set. Smart Ninja 000. Kit. 2. Everything worked except for this, but we can easily fix that. We have our bow in our offhand, which is what I was hoping, which I'm hoping people will actually use. I love it in your offhand because it always makes these really funny things. So, yeah, of course people can also use it in their main hand as well, and then, but it's up to them how they want to do it. Of course, they could always do something like this where... Yeah, bow spam. Okay, whatever. Yeah, okay, so now it's working. We got the boots fixed. So everything's really great. I'm sorry, I'm dying. So, that's pretty cool. I think the idea of the automatic arrows is pretty cool. Don't want this video to get too long. So, I'm going to make the last kit, and that will be it for today's video. Okay, so here's going to be the armor for the knight. We have a nice iron chest plate, which is very good. We also have a chain boot. Now, in comparison, so that was 3.5. This is 4.5. So, big difference. So, that's pretty cool. Now, we're actually going to need some command blocks. So, we're just going to take this. You don't want anything in their offhand. And we're just going to take these last three because these are extremely close. So we'll place them down. Change this to chain always active. First thing they're going to have is stone axe. And they need kit 3. Next thing they're going to have is leather chest plate. We need to change this to kit 3. And I'm going to change the color. I also changed it for the other one. Did I copy it? No, I did not. Okay, we did that one. Now we just need to break this. Come over here, kit 3. Enter the color one last time. Great. This is going great. Now we just want to get rid of these. Now this is what the arch kit looks like again. One last time, but this time I'm showing off the colors. They get nice, very dark colored armor. They also get some pretty cool I don't know, the armor's nice. And I just realized that we did not actually do the um, the armor for that correctly, I set it to this, which is pretty cool. Obviously, they won't have the bow. Let me just, well, so, I mean, that's not bad when you think about it. But I think what we're actually going to do is, I kind of like this. I like this a lot now. I don't want to get rid of this. So this is just slightly more armor, and that looks pretty cool. So I think I'm going to actually just do this. Now they will have slightly better armor than the swordsman, and of course, no, we don't want leather, we want iron. So now now I feel this kit might be slightly too strong. How could we change this around? Should we give knockback to the archer? I'm trying to think. Maybe, why don't we make it a power 1 bow? Okay, so we just have to find the command, which I believe is this one. We want to do enchant. Now, straight brackets is ID. Now, I believe it is 48, if I'm not wrong. And level 1. Let's try that. It's enchanted. Power 1. Great. So they get power 1 bow, which is their main weapon, which is what I want their main weapon to be. They get pretty decent armor. Well, it's actually the worst armor. And they also get a nice wood sword. So what I'm thinking, what will happen is this is more of a like support kit. So they're behind sniping. They're in the back of the game. They're not in the deep of the fight. The swordsman will be in the deep of the fight, and along with the axeman, and the swordsman will be mostly focusing on getting rid of the archers, while the axeman will be focused on getting rid of the swordsman, and the archers will be focused on getting rid of the axeman. So that's what I'm thinking. So basically, the swordsman is your default kit, which is it's your standard kit. Archer's a support class, and the axeman is a bit of a tank class. So they're going to try and get in and just do a couple hits and get out of there, because they do the most damage. Obviously, axes do more damage than swords. So they're going to. I'm trying to think. So some cool strategies might be archers on the towers shooting, while axe comes in, does a hit, and then the swordsmen take all the damage because they have their shields, which can protect them from the damage. So yeah, I think it'll be a really cool game. We just have to wait and see. Lots of different strategies that will come along with this. So that's pretty much it. If you want me to continue working on this, this series is a little bit old actually, but the snapshot's out. Obviously, a lot of work to be done off camera, a lot of work to be done on camera. So I think it'll be really cool. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button because it helps out. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you're not new, make sure you are subscribed. And be sure to hit the bell to watch these as soon as they come out. Comment below what your favorite kit is, because we can see, and also comment if you think one of the kits is too overpowered. That's pretty much it for today's video. Thanks for watching again. See you in the next one.